Photos from the Elden Ring movie set have leaked online. Naturally, this has a lot of people excited, but you have to be careful because people are also posting AI-generated images on Twitter. One I seen, I believe, was Millennia, that boss fight. I don't think that image was real, but we got an article. I said, I'm referencing an article. That way, if any of these images turn out to be fake, y'all can't blame me. You can blame the website. Filming for the Elden Ring movie has begun, and we now have a first look at the set photos, which appear to show off Marika, Lindell, and a clue that we'll be getting some pre-game lore, the Night of the Black Knives, which took place before the Shattering. Please be aware of spoilers below. What up, Bokermatic? The set photos were originally shared by Shortlist and have since been making their way around online. They show off several teasers for locations from Elden Ring, including a sign that says Lindell Streets, which refers to the location of the Royal City, and a box of props labeled Stormvale. Stormvale Castle is a legacy dungeon in Elden Ring. We also got to see some of the cast making their way on set with someone who appears to be Elden Ring's Newman god Marika. In these other images, the characters appear to have both her braids, which suggests the scene being filmed was also before the Shattering, which is set in motion the events of the game. So it sounds like maybe they're taking the route of like, who watched the Last of Us TV show season 1? Remember like that beginning scene where they gave more context before the outbreak with the talk show? Maybe they're doing like some context. They're adding some more context before the events of the main game takes off. Almost like a prequel scene or something like that. Or the whole movie could be a prequel. I don't know. But it sounds like they're trying to give more context and lore to a game that people swear doesn't have a story. People who didn't play the game, by the way. In the foreground of the image of Marika, who also appears to have a horn scent for the unfamiliar with Elden Ring. Horn scent are a polysthetic faction, which have horns on their heads. They do not technically appear in the base game, and I won't go into spoilers as to why, but their presence on set again suggests the film is going to be digging deeper into Elden Ring's lore than we may have perhaps expected. So then we have some images right here. This is Marika, Elden Ring movie leak. It looks very, European. I don't really have any like hot takes about this. But people on socials were gushing. They were gushing. There's also an image of a helmeted soldier, the shape of which matches the armor worn by Elden Ring's Lindell Knights. As I've mentioned, Lindell is the Royal City, and this is where the Night of the Black Knives happened. This event would serve as a catalyst for the Shattering. You said gushing how? People just super excited to see that there's a movie in the making, period. It's pretty like... I didn't see no crazy speculation, but it's pretty surface level. Like, oh my God, they're really doing it. Because it's one thing to hear that an Elden Ring movie is in production. Kind of same thing with like the Mass Effect show or movie, whatever it's supposed to be. Like I hear it, but until I see a trailer for the Mass Effect, it doesn't exist to me. I think it's the fact that there's actual images out there and it looks like they're doing a good job between this and the other set images that leaked. It's got people excited like, damn, maybe Hollywood will actually stick the landing. Will you be there opening night if the movie looks good? Another image also shows some gallows, and while no character is seen near them, the beam seems to match the game's opening cutscene when the loathsome dung eater is hung. The Elden Ring adaptation is set to arrive in theaters on March 3rd, 2028. I saw this image on Twitter. I'm surprised they didn't put this in the motherfucking article. Let me see if I can find it on Twitter. Boom, 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 boom. It was on the For You page. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so this is from the set. That shit nasty as hell. Tim Burton, Liza P and X. Shit nasty as hell. So there's your Elden Ring update for those of you who care. My YouTube chat is still not popping up. 2 years from now, damn post-production gonna be long as hell. Well, I mean, they just started filming. It's mid 2026. Usually it does take like a year for like a good movie to be edited. That's usually how it goes. You don't know. Also, you don't know how long it's going to take to shoot it. There might be reshoots. They might not be happy with the way they came out. Then they want to redo set scenes and stuff like that. Space news. I just mentioned Mass Effect. 2027 is the year of the Mass Effect bootleg. There are two games, not one, but two, coming out inspired by Mass Effect, both being made by two different indie studios that have former Mass Effect developers on it. One is called Exodus, the other one is called Expanse. And we got some new info on Expanse. Do y'all think, first before we get into this, there's room for two Mass Effect bootlegs to survive while also a real Mass Effect is coming as well as a Mass Effect TV show? Do y'all think there's room for that? Let me know. Or only one bootleg can stand. The Expanse Osiris Reborn closed beta is now available. Runs up until the game's launch in spring 2027. There's room for 3. The closed beta test for third-person action RPG The Expanse Osiris Reborn is now available on PS5. Oh wait, this is a demo? And PC via Steam. Developer Owlcat Games announced a full launch will follow for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC in 2027. Although called a closed beta, today's release of The Expanse Osiris Reborn is more of akin to an early access release, as the test is only available to users who purchase the Collector's Edition or Miller's Pack via the game's official website. Oh no, we're not buying that. I thought false alarm. I thought it was a demo. $80? No, thank you. I'm not testing. I'm not going to be an $80 beta tester. The Expanse Osiris Reborn is a story-driven action RPG set in the universe of the same name, with the focus on the companions, player choices, and dynamic third-person combat. As a Pinkwater security mercenary who survives a catastrophic incident in Eros, players must build a team to fight back against Protogen and their deadly experiments. While the game is set in the same universe as the books and the shows, it focuses on its own story and characters. Red flag for me? No, not necessarily, because for those unaware, Baldur's Gate 3 was in early access for like 3 years. I would say it is a bit maybe like a yellow flag that they tried to call it a closed beta. I don't like that. Just call it early access. If you want to get early access and help shape the game, you're gonna have to purchase it. But by them calling it closed beta, it gives the idea that it might be free until you go to the store and find out it's not. But nah, Baldur's Gate 3 did like 3 years of early access, and that game turned out great. Depends on who's watching or who's putting it together. Watch you get a free key tomorrow. Hey, that's the only way I'm playing this. Hey, any developers, if you see the stream, hook me up with a key. Hook me up with a key, man. Closed beta content. In the closed beta, founders can choose to play either a woman or a man from Earth, also choosing between specializing in officer or hacker abilities. Accompanied by their open-hearted symboling J and supported by veteran mechanic Zafar, players will explore a remote space station belonging to their employer, Pinkwater Security, in the wake of escaping from the catastrophic events of Eros, famously known from the books and TV shows. Yep. Oh, they got mechanics right here. Let's take a look at this. But I don't want to pay and wait 3 years, unfortunately. I agree. That's why I didn't. I waited till Baldur's Gate 3 was finished. The point I was just making is just because it's an early access does not mean that it's a red flag. What's the name was another good example. It's having a bit of a renaissance. I have the game. It was that launched in early access last year and it's doing really good. What's the over-the-top camera co-op Souls-like game? The one Watch was gushing about. No, not Daisy. I wish I could remember the name of it. No, not Hades. It's a Souls, not a roguelike. No Rest for the Wicked. Yeah, No Rest for the Wicked turned out fine. Although Hades, wasn't that in early access too? That's not not a Souls-like, but Hades, I think Hades 2 was. It turned out fine. It depends on who's making it. I would say the biggest of the biggest red flags is when that shit is a what's that joint? A GoFundMe ass game, bro. That's a what's that shit called? The Kickstarter, yeah. When they want you to pay for the game, like the actual development of the game. Yeah, Slay the Spires in early access is doing fine. When they want you to pay for the development of the game, nah. But like with this, they're offering a piece of it and then you can help shape it. All right, let's check out these beta mechanics overview. 007. Is that what this is right here? This 007 trailer? Is that what you linked? Let me see. It is. All right, let's check out this Osiris shit first.
Hello, my name is Leonid Rastarguev, and I'm the game design director on The Expanse Osiris Reborn.
And I'm Grigory Ponomaryov, lead game designer on the project.
We have finally reached a very important stage of the project.
Off the subs? Nah, it's too late for that.
With the beta build. And first of all,
The bat
we'd
to
like
build.
thank our players who supported the game and helped us to reach this important stage.
So let's take a quick look at a few things to try once you jump into the beta.
Who's ready for the bat to build?
During the beta, you will have a chance to play one story mission, Pink Waterfall Station,
You just
where
farted,
you
bro.
and your
Bye.
companions arrive right after Osiris incident. There, at first, you will have some time to explore the station, chat with some NPCs, trade with local vendor Luciana, and even find some precious loot. And after that,
The
you will
character
have to
models
report
look
to your
good.
boss for a debrief.
As you level up, you unlock not only new combat abilities, but also new social skills for you and your companion. This unlocks additional skill checks during the mission. That means new dialogue options, new rewards during the exploration, and it can even change the outcome of important events.
Right.
Some of those skill points will let you increase squad effectiveness, and others will let you increase firepower and gadget damage. And you will also be able to level up your companions and invest social skill points.
You get access to that full skill tree though?
At some point, you will encounter Workbench, which is an important part of the progression system. There, you can upgrade your weapons and equipment using the materials you collected during the exploration segment. And it's certainly worth doing before heading into combat.
Are they Italian? I don't know.
Combat is built around using cover and repositioning. Staying exposed usually won't end well for you, so switching between covers at the right moment is key to victory. You can also
It
use
looks like the cover system kind of moves similar to because you see how you can hit cover right there. I'm assuming if you hit A, it'll guide them to the cover the way you want. You just have to time it correctly so you don't get shot. So it looks like it moves almost like the Division. So just an educated guess by this prompt. I don't know how people feel about the Division. I thought the cover system was okay.
You can also use active pause to quickly look around, select abilities, or issue commands to your squad mates. In the beta, you'll encounter 5 weapon categories, each suited for different ranges and situations. You can carry one rifle.
I will say that worries me though. Hold up. It is a beta, but I can't help but notice there's 3 enemies who have the high ground on you. And they're all just kind of aimlessly shooting. Like, is the AI stupid?
Or issue commands to your
Like, why doesn't somebody position themselves to like right here and get a different angle on you while one flanks?
squad mates.
Like that feels like the AI is kind of stupid.
In the beta, you'll encounter 5
Yeah, that
weapon
Ubisoft AI.
categories, each suited for different ranges and situations. You can carry
Must
one
have been the
rifle-sized
wind.
weapon and one short weapon on your hip, so your loadout choices matter. Every weapon can be just as effective in combat. We don't treat them as main guns or sidearms.
Not a fan of this combat
And of
UI.
course,
I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. It's okay.
Just represent your combat abilities, and using them at the right time can create openings during the fight or disrupt your enemy ranks.
Is there other stuff besides
You're not
humans?
fighting alone. For this mission, Jay, your sibling, will join you as your companion, and you can order him to use his abilities or exploit particular environmental weaknesses to wreak havoc on the battlefield.
Ooh, that's fire. I like that. That's a W right there. Hold up. I wonder how much of the level can you destroy in each like section.
During the beta, we really encourage you to experiment. Try different builds, try different
better be better than Starfield? That's not hard to do.
options, and see how the game plays out.
The beta will be available on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Steam. Thank you for your feedback. It will help us improve the game.
And yet again, I would like to thank our players who supported the game and helped us to reach this.
I would hate to only see humans in space. Yeah, that'd be whack if they did make a space game and all we're doing is fighting humans. It would have been cool if they clarified, like, hey, in this beta, you're going to only be fighting humans, but we are going to have other species in the full game. But they didn't say nothing. Because what's the point of going to space if we ain't going to fight no fucking aliens? If Rocky can go to Mars and fight the Martians, so can we, nigga. That's what I said. Hey, man, I got to go to Mars and fight the Martian. All right, well, become a founder. $80 and you can get early access to like a level or something. I am not paying that, bro, but more power to you if you do. If this game isn't 200 hours long, I don't want it. Look what Crimson Desert did to y'all brains, man. Say it ain't so. What else I got for ya? Is it based off the TV show? It's in the same universe according to the article, but it's its own story. It's its own little spin-off story in the universe, so it's its own thing. Let's look at this 007 gameplay.
MI6. To succeed in the 00 program, agents must understand a set of rules that will grant them all possible chances to survive. So,
Sturdy.
take a deep breath, listen up, and you may learn how to get the job done and return to HQ in one piece.
Rules of the spycraft.
The first rule is to know how to blend in. Keeping a low profile while navigating a crowd will help you find different paths to your objective.
Ken Banks, penetration tester.
Pay attention to the surroundings, eavesdrop on conversation, and talk your way in with the help of unexpected allies.
Relax, fellas. He's with me.
Once trespassing,
The
slip past
penetration expert.
unnoticed, or use takedowns to silently get rid of them. When confronting a whole group of enemies, you may choose a gentler approach.
And hut. Rob Minkley, Crux Magazine.
Bluffing is an art that will serve you well, whether getting caught red-handed
Over here. Looks like a trust fall gone wrong.
or to simply pass through a room.
I wonder how often that works.
Boy, you lads got a faulty coffee machine.
Bluffing consumes instinct and won't be available if a more experienced enemy is nearby. In this scenario, you won't get far without the appropriate gear. Therefore, the second rule is to always cut.
Get that bitch out.
What are we waiting for?
MI6 will keep its doors open for you.
Yeah, I hope they have like a skill tree to where like if you want to play like a more charming playthrough where you can just finesse people like a Jedi, that would be cool. But I mean, based on what they're telling us, it sounds like that's only going to work against regular goons. It's not going to work against like head of security, top flight security Craig type shit.
Between missions, giving you the chance to catch up with familiar faces, gather intel, and prepare for your next move.
So your name is Moneypenny.
Now let's not get carried away, James.
QLab, on the lower level, will give you access to a wide range of gadgets.
I like it. Don't change a thing.
Each tool is designed to go unnoticed on the field, but help with maximum efficiency.
Right, follow me.
Now, why would I ever do that? Like come on, be for real, man. If I'm a secret agent slithering through fucking enemy bases and shit like that, I'm trying to do my best not to get caught. Why the fuck? Yeah, for one person who's peeing, why would I ever do that? Just slit his fucking throat, man. What are you doing?
Maximum efficiency.
Right.
That's funny.
I have something for you.
Not a whole boat coming after you.
Q-Lens will highlight useful information about opportunities and hackable devices. Your Q-Watch should be able to activate these to divert attention, deactivate cameras, or get rid of unsuspicious enemies.
Okay, Watch Dogs type shit.
The dot phone can quietly move enemies out of the way. The smoke pod, a timeless classic, will block visibility at short range. The modified earbuds will produce a flash of light to stun opponents.
Damn, they got the new AirPods. Oh
Help you
shit.
stay creative in all circumstances.
Who do you work for? Take the shot!
Knowing how to improvise is a matter of life and death in the midst of action. Any object at disposal could prove useful to put an enemy's ideas back in.
Hey, he got a lot of cool shit in his repertoire. For all the people complaining about, and you know what I'm talking about, the palm colored people. For all the palm colored people complaining about all the diversity in games, look, man, White Boys is back. White Boys is back. There's gonna be a White Boy summer.
Place. The same could be said of
Raycon attack.
or any surface hard enough to act as a weapon. Under heated circumstances, MI6 grants you a license to kill, allowing for even more possibilities to get rid of hostiles. In these situations, any weapon could be used as long as you manage to obtain it.
This literally looks like a mix between Hitman and Uncharted, which I'm not mad at.
Between different playstyles to catch your attackers off guard. And don't forget to return what you borrowed once out of ammo. Some enemies will be harder to defeat, and gadgets will help you get rid of soldiers' armors, stun tenacious leaders, and defuse grenades with the simple press of a button from your watch.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah, the frame rate's looking much better too.
Will also give you an edge over your enemies. Dilate time and incapacitate their legs, or disarm them with the precision of a marksman. All of these skills might be trained between missions.
Red barrels.
The department of Dr. Selena Tan.
Welcome to my dream factory.
TACSIM will put your skills to the test through multiple types of challenges, each with its own specific rules that will pitch your performance against those of other agents from around the world. Overcoming challenges will earn you experience points, which you can spend on gadget upgrades, new firearms,
big skill
and unique
trees,
outfits to defeat enemies in style. And remember, at IO Interactive, the launch of a game is only the start. New content for Taxon will be created over time.
Faster, James. Faster.
So keep an eye out for our updates and get ready as new challenges lie ahead to put your 00 skills to the test. Finally, one last unwritten rule might be that an agent is never as good as when surrounded by allies, a team ready to give its all in the field, and companions to defend. But we're pretty sure you'll figure out this part yourself when the time comes. See you on May 27th to join the program and discover Bond's adventures in double.
I ain't gonna hold you. This looks like an old school, just like gamers type of game. You know what I mean? Just over the top, silly, fun action. Matter of fact, I go as far as to say, I feel like this might be like the ball and gun gamers game of the year right here. Some might say Crimson Desert. This might give Crimson Desert a run for his money. This is a very ball and gun adjacent game, bro.
07 First Light.
I can see this having 5v5 multiplayer. You know, it's funny. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this looks like it might be decent multiplayer, especially the way that the Uncharted 4 multiplayer was. Like I said, that shit was hella underrated. I feel like they can low-key do it with this, with all the gadgets and stuff. You think this is pushing PS5s? Possibly. This probably is definitely a PS5 Pro type game. Are we finally at a point of history repeating itself where games are going to be fun again? I argue they have been fun, but I get what you're going with that. I will say the difference, though, is regardless if it is coming full circle and games are fun again, it doesn't matter because social media is trying to ruin every goddamn thing, bro. Every game's got some type of allegation or just crazy, stupid storyline attached to it, and people just can't enjoy shit. What else I got for you? Shout out to 007. That shit look fire. That shit look fire. Ball and gun gamer game of the year is 100% GTA if it doesn't come out. Oh yeah, I'd be forgetting GTA 6 is supposed to come out. It's because we haven't seen that game. in my brain, I forgot. My bad. You're right. GTA 6 is game of the year for ball and gun gamers. It's just in my brain that game doesn't exist until I see it. But yeah, you're right. What else we got? Hold on. Let's watch the Street Fighter shit before we get to this fucking Clayface shit. New Street Fighter Ingrid gameplay.
What am I?
Your mom.
I am many things. An extra-dimensional being, a peacekeeper, a guardian angel.
Not my Dudley.
Call me what you wish. It's me, Ingrid. Greetings.
Round one.
This Mega Man 3D ass character. What is this fighting style? E-girl? Ice Queen gameplay. She got a whole screen fucking projectile. Yeah, this definitely is a troll character. I feel like if you play this character, it would piss me off. Like, get this cute ass shit out my face. It's Street Fighter. She got crazy combos too.
You're a millennia too young to beat me.
Oh.
Ah, right on time.
She making JP look like a bitch. She got combos. Who said Street Fighter don't got combos? Yeah, you do that shit to me, I'm cutting the fucking game off, bro. You're not finna cocoon ass bounce me on the fucking screen. No, thank you. She's doing strings. She raining down lasers from hell and shit. Them Street Fighter 6 strings was fun as fuck. Get ready for it. It's gonna be a lot of Street Fighter 6 streams this year. Because when Invincible come out, I'm gonna be grinding that shit. So it's gonna be a lot of me screaming and raging. Same thing with Marvel Token and Avatar. If I like the games, I'll probably grind them a little bit until eventually I'll be like, why am I doing this to myself? That always happens. Why am I doing this to my mental health?
Ooh, not bad. You need an example?
This character's garbage. It's not swaggy.
Oh.
She really is the JP killer. She put him in a book, bruh.
Off I go.
She was a character in Alpha 3. I don't remember. And I played all the alphas. I don't remember.
I forgot I have an urgent matter. You, babysit this one for a while.
Come on!
Yeah, they did my man Ryu crazy. Year 3, chat. Year 3. That's crazy to say. That man in the chat said, man, those Street Fighter 6 were some legendary streams, bro. I feel like that shit was yesterday. That shit was 3 years ago. Y'all getting old. Not me. Y'all getting old, chat. What the fuck? And it's still going strong. Yeah, Street Fighter still has a healthy community, man. That's crazy. Shout out to Capcom. They keep winning. They keep fucking winning. The Clayface trailer dropped, which is funny because I said I wasn't interested in this shit, but Ethos has been gassing it in the group chat, so I said I keep an open mind. I'll check out the trailer. I saved it on Twitter, but let's go to YouTube. Let's see what this Clayface is hitting for, man. Batman villain movie. Is gas. All right, I'm gonna keep an open mind. I'm gonna keep an open. It's just, like, first of all, I don't like Rogues Gallery movies, especially after the whole Venomverse bullshit. But if you're gonna do a Batman's Rogues Gallery, a Gotham Rogues Gallery movie, like we couldn't have done Bane, we couldn't have done Scarecrow, Poison Ivy, like we went straight to Clayface. Is this in the same universe as the Batman, or is it in the same universe as Superman? Like, what is this a spinoff movie like the Joker? Like, what is this? It is part of the DCU, so it's a part of Superman's and Supergirl's. Okay. That's crazy. So we get in a Clayface movie before we even ever meet Batman. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, this trailer did nothing for me. It did nothing for me. I guess the aesthetic is cool, and you could tell they're taking it seriously. I guess in my brain, because the only thing I really know about Clayface is from like the Batman animated series. He was just a goofy ass character. He was like a 10-foot mud butt. You know what I'm saying? But like this looks like it's taking itself seriously, almost in the vein of the original Joker movie. So it actually might be good. It actually might be good. This didn't really move me, but I'm halfway interested now. Yeah, that's all. That's what Clayface is. That's why he hates himself. A lot of people think you guys don't read Batman. I read Batman, okay? A lot of people think that Clayface hates his life because, he was an actor and his face got ruined and he became a big mud monster. But no, really he hates his life because he's a 10-foot piece of shit, basically. Like, think about your life going from a handsome, beautiful actor, one of the best in the world, to basically becoming a giant turd with no toilet. You know what I'm saying? Walk around smelling like boo-boo butter. It looks okay. I'll keep an open mind. That looks better than what I thought it would be. So yeah, that's Clayface. That's coming. Y'all said y'all believe in guns. We're gonna keep the gun loaded, man. Random announcement today as well. Sonic and Godzilla are crossing over. From Charles Barkley to the Justice League, Godzilla has let loose his atomic flames in many comic books over the years. But for his next crossover, the King of the Monsters is heading to Mobius for a showdown with none other than Shadow the Hedgehog. GameSpot has exclusively revealed the first look at Shadow the Hedgehog and Godzilla crossover, a new 5-issue miniseries putting Sega Speedster against the Apex Titan. The images below also tease the arrival of the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, who will appear from the second issue onward. In the press release, it says, when the kings of the monsters and other iconic kaiju mysteriously arrive in the Blue Blur's world, the brilliant and evil Dr. Eggman will try to harness the power of the kaiju on his own nefarious goals. Only Sonic and his amazing allies, including Amy, Tails, Sonic, and Shadow, will be able to stand in the villain's way and try to send the giant monster back to their own world. The official synopsis reads, we got some cover art, guys. Sonic versus Godzilla, man. Does it got some other art in here too? Big Sonic, man. Written by Nick Marino, illustrated by Jack Lawrence, and colored by Reggie Graham, Sonic the Hedgehog and Godzilla will also see several other kaiju appear, including icons like Mother and Mechagodzilla. The first issue doesn't waste any time revealing the Titans as an ordinary day thwart in Dr. Eggman's latest scheme and is quickly upended by the arrival of the skyscraper-sized threats. My narrative goal with the opening of Sonic vs. Godzilla: take a regular day in the life of the Blue Bird and absolutely smash it to pieces! I'm so thrilled for everyone to get their first look at Jack and Reggie's vision of Station Square, Marino said. My plan was to keep the panels count low on these early pages to showcase the city's scope and let it breathe. Translation, this book will be very easy to read for you illiterate ass niggas. It's not going to be very wordy. It's going to be more pictures. Diving full bore into intricate architecture and huge action, Jack's art went beyond my greatest expectations. Then Reggie came in and added so much life to everything with an incredible color palette full of unnatural disaster. Lawrence added that Sonic vs. Godzilla gave him the chance to approach an IP that had long been on his wish list. Godzilla is, I think, the last IP on my career bucket list. I planned on putting some samples together to get some Godzilla work when IDW approached me asking if I wanted to draw Sonic versus Godzilla. Of course I jumped at the chance. Monsters are probably my favorite thing to draw, but I've rarely had the opportunity in recent years. Now here I am drawing the actual king of the monsters raining destruction down on Sonic's world and absolutely loving every stomp, roar, and blast of atomic breath. Working with Nick has been an absolute joy, and as for the colors, I've only had one person in mind and requested Reggie if he was available. Thankfully for all of us, he was. I'm so incredibly excited for people to see this bright, vibrant symphony of destruction. And then they have all the covers. Who's picking it up, chat? Sonic vs. Godzilla. He's too excited. Hey, no bullshit. As somebody who's read several of these several of these Godzilla collaborations, I'm not gonna hold you, all of them have been ass. All of them. All of them. All of them. I've read Godzilla vs. X-Men, Godzilla vs. Fantastic Four, Godzilla vs. the Hulk, and a couple more. And there was not a single book that was above a 6 out of 10. There was really like 4s and 5s. So I stopped buying all these Godzilla books. They're fucking ass. That being said, I will buy the first issue. I'll give it a shot because the Sega, the Sonic Batman crossover was actually really good. That was one of my favorite books last year. I was surprised by that. It was actually very good. So maybe the Sonic writers can get Godzilla right. But a lot of this Godzilla shit has not been very good. I'm gonna hold my breath on this one. We'll see how it plays out. But that's just a little bit of something for my readers. What about the one with DC? That's what I'm talking about. The one with DC was actually really good. Low-key, Godzilla's plot is ass, is the charm. And that's why maybe it works better in a movie than a book. What is this? The first trailer for Coyote vs. Acme has been released in theaters August 28th. What's this about? I'm confused. So the movie's about Wily is being framed by the system and he's trying to free his name. So he hires a lawyer and they go on a whole adventure trying to basically release the Coyote files. Is that what this is about? He's suing him or something? No, he's suing Acme. But yeah, why is he suing them though? It's the insider except for Acme. Some kind of, I feel like I got to see a review. I'm like halfway interested in it. It's very well shot. I feel like it's a silly movie, but it doesn't take itself too silly. It seems like the acting is actually really good. The animation is top tier too. The blend between the humans and the anime, like it looks like a well put together movie. I just got to see like some more about it before I like, because yeah, it's creative. I'm halfway interested. It looks pretty cool. I got to see a little bit more. Maybe another trailer. I got to see like some reviews or something like that. Because going to the movies is expensive. I can't stress that enough. 2 movie tickets. That's $20 a pop. That's $40 right there. If you want to get some popcorn, that's $100,000. And don't ask for no fucking candy. Then we go into $1 million. You want some Twizzlers? Oh my God. You want some fucking Twizzlers? I'm broke. Probably because the Acme products always mess him up. They say malicious intent. Ain't no Roger Rabbit. That shit look crispy. More gameplay from the armor nigga Titan and Invincible. You watching Michael this weekend? I don't know. After them reviews, I don't know, man.
Watch it, asshole. Watch it, asshole.
I feel like this is a character I probably will never touch.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll play him because he got Tim's.
Sit your ass.
And he got armor.
Got an image to hold.
Yeah, they saying that Michael movie a tee out of 10.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Say goodbye.
I finished Invincible too. That's what I was doing before I was streaming. That's why I started late, because I wanted to watch Invincible. The season ending was fire. It was fire. I feel like season 4 only had one low point. It was that episode where they went to hell. I'm hoping that pays off in the future, but right now I don't really know what was the point of that episode. If they would have removed that episode where they went to hell and just kept everything else, I think it would have probably been the best season, to be honest. Yeah, it was so randomly placed. It felt like filler. It didn't feel like it served any actual point. But at the end, oh boy came back, so maybe there is going to be a point to it later. I don't know. What's the nicest movie theater chain? Luxury? Well, if it's a chain, it's probably not that nice. I don't know. What else I got for you? Oh, last but not least, Nintendo news. 2 US gamers are suing Nintendo over tariff refunds. If you thought Nintendo suing the US government over tariffs was bad enough, 2 gamers are now reportedly filing a class action lawsuit against Nintendo over the tariff refunds. As reported by Stefan Talio at GameFile, California-based Gregory Hofford and Washington-based Pheasant Sarin have alleged that Nintendo will be unjustly enriching itself over the refunds, stating they had both purchased products after the company raised prices. The suit states, unless restrained by this court, Nintendo stands to recover the same tariff payments twice, once from consumers through the higher prices and again from the federal government through tariff refunds, including interest paid by the government on those funds. Basically, they're saying that the US government's going to have to owe several companies, all the major corporations, money over the tariffs because it's been ruled to be illegal. You cannot just put out blanket tariffs. And they're arguing the money that Nintendo lost from those tariffs that the government collected, it should go to them, basically. While Nintendo refrained from raising the price of the Switch 2 itself, it nevertheless upped the cost of multiple accessories. The original Switch also saw a minor price hike as a result of the tariffs. Nintendo even delayed pre-orders for the Switch 2 in the US over tariff uncertainty, eventually reinstating them for the planned 5th of June 2025 release date. Man, it's crazy fucking... I remember like a year or two ago, people started talking about the politics, start talking about the politics. But it's like you can't even avoid the shit now. You can try to be ignorant all you want. This shit is not going nowhere, bruh. You may not be into politics, but politics is into you. And niggas want they fucking money, man. Hey, I'm all for people getting their bag, but at the end of the day, let's not forget who the real enemy is. At the end of the day, this is because a certain portion of people voted for this dumbass shit. We should have never been in this in the first place, bruh. I'm trying to find out who the lawyer is who trying to join the class action lawsuit, man. Nintendo, they said, pay up, nigga. I don't know if they have a case, but it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. I'm gonna definitely keep y'all updated on this stuff. Let's ignore the politics, then play Black Ops 1. Right. This shit's fucking funny, man. Appreciate the hard work. I appreciate you with the sub. Let me see if I can reconnect the YouTube chat real quick, because I don't know why this shit is not working. I can't see y'all. Hit the like button, man. I'm gonna try to reconnect it. For some reason, the app that I use, it's not detecting it. Only live streams will be monitored. Scheduled broadcasts will take up too much. I'm live though. Fucking connect. Let's see. Integrations. Boom, 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 boom. Settings. Boom, boom. Burr, burr. This must be one of them days where it's not working, bro. I don't know what's going on. Or I might have to find another fucking app, which is unfortunate, man. Because this one gives me the stats. This one gives me the stats for like combined streams and shit like that. Season 4 finale is definitely a big setup for the next one. Yeah, I thought it was good. I saw some people complaining, but I felt like the season finale for season 4 did what it needed to do. It wasn't action packed. It tied up a bunch of loose ends, and then it's basically a big ass cliffhanger for season 5. I thought it was good. It was more about the storytelling and less about the action. I feel like some people have to understand you cannot constantly have action, because then the action feels meaningless. You got to set it up, and you got to have emotion behind it all. And I feel like they're setting it up correctly. Boom, boom. All right, let me go in this shove box real quick. Change my account. Nope. I want the Hokage highlights. No, we gotta go to the Black Hokage. Boom, there we go. The ending was more of a sinister feeling. Tight shit. All right, what else we got? Embers of Uncrowned. The vampire lasted. No. Elfia Sand Plan. Windrose. Early access. Is anybody playing that? Windrose? You saw the Invincible finale? We literally just talked about that. We literally. What's next for Apple? What comes next? Oh shit. Assassin's Creed For Honor. I'm gonna assume it's probably nothing. My fault though, G. Nah, you straight. Literally. Yeah, I mean, it's the end of the week. I don't really expect anything. Blood Mall. What the fuck is this? We saw 007. Windrose looks interesting. I've been on it. Windrose does look interesting. I just don't know if I have the time to invest in it. As a matter of fact, I know I don't have the time. Bubsy 4D official console demo? Holy smokes. Oh wait, they got a hands-on with the Osiris. Let's look at that. GameSpot. They went hands-on with it. Let's see what the streets is saying. You know we about to put this on 1.5.
So in the closed beta for the Expanse Osiris Reborn, which is the upcoming RPG by Alcat, set in the universe of the Expanse. Ever since its reveal, it's been compared a lot to BioWare's sci-fi opus Mass Effect, and honestly, after playing it, yeah, I get it. I mean, I gotta say this up front, Mass Effect and The Expanse, the universes share a lot of the same inspirations. So yes, there are gonna be similarities, okay? The Expanse is written by Daniel Abraham and Ty Frank under a pen name James S.A. Corey. And a few years ago, one of them tweeted,
I don't care about the story. I just wanna hear about gameplay. Come on now.
The game by buying either the Collector's Edition or the Miller's Pack, both of which are, of course, more expensive than the digress. Let's get into what I played. So basically, you narrowly escape the destruction of your ship following an outbreak of infectious disease, and someone storms your ship and kills everyone on there, so that's your whole crew gone. You and your twin steal an enemy ship and head to Pinkwater 4 to find your commander, figure out what to do next. Unfortunately, you're tracked there by Protogen, which is a security firm who killed everyone and covered up the outbreak, and they want to deal with the only remaining loose threads, which is you.
Corporations covering up evil.
To escape through Pinkwater 4. Now, it won't just be you alone out in the galaxy. Out on missions, you will be joined by 2 companions from your ragtag squad of misfits. And due to the mission beta, I was only paired with actually one, who was my twin, which is similar to another certain sci-fi game.
Andromeda, straight out of Andromeda.
But
why would you copy Andromeda, though? Like, nobody cared about that twin shit. Don't jump at me. That's not nice. Are you hungry? You hungry? Is that what it is? That's not nice, dude.
But there'll be some features like their tattoos that are kept consistent.
You on my frame heavy.
According to the dev, companions are the heart and soul of the game, so it remains to be seen just how well I will connect with each of them. I think, obviously, in other RPGs, yes.
Yeah, combat-wise, Andromeda was good, though, yeah.
So I'm excited to get to know my twin better and the other members of the squad. Twin's name is Jay, and she's fine. It's hard to jump into a game, I think, where you are playing a character that has an intense familial connection with another character, especially one is bonded as a twin. But you, the player, haven't established that yet, so it's like, I don't know, a bit overly familiar. I found
damn, they big as hell.
Quippy, a little Marvel-y, a little Joss Whedon-y. Maybe that was, maybe in the extent of in the full game.
Oh no, she said it's Marvel-y. I don't want my space game to be fucking a Thor movie.
We'll find it endearing rather than a little bit grating. And also, of course, this is just a very short time with the overall game.
Let's go visit Larry. Stop by and say hello. You think he'll be glad to see you? I called him a pain in the ass. I want to say sorry.
Beat starts, kind of shows off a little bit of everything. It starts with a lot of conversation, which I think is good because there is, setting the stage, getting to know the characters, or at least the ones in your immediate vicinity for this mission. But really, it's when it was jumping into the action where I was like, okay, I understand what this game is now. Let's start with companions because I already mentioned them.
My space game.
I don't know how, it's so difficult to not just say like in Mass Effect. It's so difficult, man. You can use them to focus fire on certain enemies. You can use them to use abilities. If you hit the ability wheel.
Yeah, see, this is my problem with this game. The only thing that I've seen that seems unique about it is it has its own story and then the destruction. But like her saying that kind of confirms it. Like, oh, everything's like Mass Effect. And my problem is I've already played Mass Effect 12 times, nigga. Yes, it's that good. It's that good. So The reason I think I'm leaning towards I'm a little bit more interested in Exodus is, from my understanding, Exodus has a mechanic where every time you go on a mission, like years pass by and it changes the storyline. It has like this whole time warping mechanic going on in the gameplay. I was like, okay, that's interesting. How's that going to affect it? But like, if this is just a straight up Mass Effect clone, to me, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. It's probably gonna be a 7.5. Like the gameplay is cool, but like, we played it already, man. And it's probably not gonna be as, based off what she's talking about with the story, I highly doubt it's gonna be anywhere near Mass Effect story.
List. You slow time to about.
There can only be one Mass Effect clone.
And it's like it goes to about 10% of the normal time. So I actually did like that in Mass Effect. Sorry.
Yeah, where's the identity?
In Mass Effect, you like freeze time, and I think for me, as someone who loves to micromanage, especially on insanity difficulty, that's really good because you can just really plot out your points. This being slowed down, I think, is really impactful because it keeps the gameplay moving. It keeps that sense of urgency, but it also does give you that little breather. So I did like that. If we're talking ability and weapon wheel versus this list that the Expanse has, I think it is better if it's in a wheel, especially.
Ew! Wait, it's a list? Maybe it's good they're doing a beta. Yeah, you guys can't. That's gross. Especially in combat. I don't like the list.
I think it is better if it's in a wheel, especially if you consider it to Mass Effect, where it's like you can see your entire squad in one wheel, whereas in the Expanse.
Yeah, brother.
So it kind of took me out of it a little bit because I had to tab over to control my twin, and that
seems clunky.
Like adding a step that didn't necessarily need to be there. One thing that I did really like about controlling the companions is, yes, they have abilities which are useful and you can use them in a pinch. Cooldowns felt slow, I will say. But one thing that they have that I do like is a thing called exploits. So in the Expanse, there's no magic or like Mass Effect or, you know, Asari abilities or whatever.
It's not magic, it's biotics.
In this game, what you have are...
Get it right.
And I think
well,
it's
actually.
a way to do a lot of damage to a lot of enemies very quickly. And it also makes you really...
Yo, the destruction is crazy in this game, though.
So what your companions can do is they can look at weaknesses or vulnerabilities in the environment. So for example, if something is hanging
Holy
or
smokes.
like a pipe or something, and they can then fire on that to do a lot of damage in a larger space than just.
But see, this actually kind of confirms what I was talking about in the gameplay trailer we watched earlier. I'm worried about the AI being dumb as hell. First, we had like that one area where we had like 5 people above you and they didn't do anything in terms of moving around and flanking you. But then right here, she's just standing out in the open.
So for example, if something is hanging or like a pipe or something, and
right here, and keep in mind, I'm on 1.25, so it's sped up. She was standing in the open, just standing up for a hot second. She never got hit.
They can then fire on that and do a lot of damage in a larger space than just, you know.
Just like a spectacle.
So I think that's pretty cool. I want to see more of that. We'll say when things get a little hairy, can be difficult to spot them. Like frequently, I would spot them after the fight was done.
Nah, the AI was dumb as fuck when I played the beta. You paid the $80?
I think there's room for improvement. The guns didn't really feel like they
could be playing on the journalist difficulty.
Cover system. It's a standard cover-based shooter, I would say. It feels very similar to Mass Effect 3's in particular. Sorry, I know, like I'm fed up of talking about Mass Effect in the context of this preview, and I even said it up front. I don't want to compare things, especially when this one is not even out yet. But like the fact that when you're behind a cover and you want to vault over it, the blue arrow from Mass Effect 3 comes, or if you like. Mass Effect,
so it's not like the Division.
Revolutionize the cover-based shooter. I think my biggest issue.
I don't know if I like that. See, that's my problem. I don't know if I like that. Like, the cover system was okay back in the day, but like that's one thing I feel like they could clean up and make better. There are better cover systems than what Mass Effect has. I'd argue it's one of the more clunkier aspects of the gameplay, even in the third game. So I don't know why they're drag and dropping that shit over.
From Mass Effect 3 comes, or if you like.
I was bored. It was an impulse buy.
It
We appreciate your service, soldier.
With the Expanse, and from what I've played so far, is that it is very, very busy on screen. And I think that makes for some really exciting set pieces. In particular, there is a zero-G sequence that I really think was really cool to kind of look at. But it makes it tricky to see just exactly what is happening in the environment, what you are supposed to be doing. I was always being kind of blindsided by where enemies were coming from a little bit. And I think if we're talking about visual feedback, this is a broader thing that I think is happening in a lot of games, particularly in AAA, and particularly as we are chasing graphical fidelity and detail. There is a trend where if everything looks like you can interact with it, you should be able to. And the Expanse unfortunately does do that. So look at the holograms on these doors, right? That signals to me, the player, that I can then go through that door and continue on and, you know, find the next part of the game that I'm supposed to be playing.
But
those
where's the
holograms are also
yellow
around
paint?
other things in the environment that I'm not able to interact with. So then it's like kind of hitting my head against a thing that I feel like I should be able.
I see what she's saying. That could be annoying. So basically these pop-ups are popping up everywhere in the environment. but like 90% of the shit in the environment you can't interact with. And it's like, well, why are you putting that there? It's fucking annoying. Basically, this game is actually full of yellow paint for no reason.
To like, I see it. It's highlighted. I'm like, oh, what is that? Is that ammo? Is that an item? Whatever.
That's something the devs could easily fix, but it's like, why'd you put that in the game in the first place?
The good old days where there was barely anything in the environment, but I do think, you know, something's got to give. Like, I don't want it to be another Starfield situation where it was too far in the other direction, where it's like they made all the stuff and you could interact with it. I had so many.
I agree with the cover system about ME. It didn't feel fluid at times. I feel like if they wanted to improve the gameplay for Mass Effect for the next one, take like the shooting and the biotics, like the power wheel abilities of Andromeda, and then take the cover system of Gears of War 3. That nigga, that shit right there. Like, imagine bouncing between walls and shit, throwing biotics on a nigga body. That shit would go stupid, man.
But yeah,
that shit would go stupid.
That I have been
like bouncing that, like using that the crash out ability from what's the class where you can shotgun them and you zoom in and crash out on their body. What's that shit called?
I did like the fact as I was walking through the stage.
You crash into.
Here is a
absolute demon time.
And then
that would be super fast paced. Well, the reason I said that is because if you played Andromeda's gameplay is much more fast paced than Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Vanguard, yeah, the Vanguard is called the Charge. It's so like they're already leaning towards more fast paced gameplay anyway, and I'm okay with that. Andromeda's combat was great. It was just the story was in the world was terrible. Like everything else was undercooked.
Dormitories. I'm looking at notes. I'm going through lockers, and you know all of this emergent narrative that was in there. I did.
So you might as well just tweak that combat, make it even better.
I've seen the TV show. I'm excited to see more of what they are going to add to this world through this game.
Companions were asked too. Well, I put companions under story. Yeah.
Side of the space station in Zero G. This is kind of where a lot of my issues came together. The screen was very.
I knew the story was asked when I managed to fuck Phoebe within like the first 2 or 3 hours in the game. I'm like, damn, she didn't even make me work for it. What
very
the fuck?
busy. The character is weightless.
Weak ass RPG.
It just felt like as I was controlling my character in Gravity, there was a little bit of weightlessness that I didn't necessarily enjoy. And I felt like in Zero G, you gotta have mag boots or something.
Yeah, she was going real crazy. She was overly going in that game.
Elisa Leo.
Like, this is kind of boring.
Like, this figure skating around Zero G stuff. It felt a bit weird. So yeah, overall, I think a little bit of a mixed bag on the Expanse. I can see what it's going for. I can feel what it's going for. I think I would definitely just need to spend more time with it to see how the conversations and leveling and such, like how all that really builds together.
That dialogue tree looked cool.
I think by focusing this one so much on combat that at this point in time does not
bad bitches
as satisfying as I would like it to be, as punchy as I would like it to be.
Yeah, I don't like this UI though. Like having to swap. Maybe not do the power wheel, do a power triangle. I don't know, man. You're already stealing from Mass Effect. You might as well just do the rest.
This was a very early look at the game. I'm not sure how I feel again about it being behind a paywall, this demo, or at least they're calling it a beta. But you know, you're into the Expanse.
Beta.
You know, it's your money. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, the UI is an easy fix. Yeah.
Grows and changes over the next year. Like I said, a lot of potential there, but this one just didn't hit. Anyway, for more on the Expanse, Osiris.
The vibe I'm getting from this preview, meh. I'm not paying $80 for this, but I hope they stick the landing with it. We'll keep an eye on this one. We'll keep an eye on it, but it's feeling a little meh. Just looks okay. It's not really blowing me away. What else we got? A meh out of 10. Embers of the Uncrowned cinematic. Oh, no gameplay. No gameplay. No gameplay. Yeah, we're out of here. Oh shit, demon titties. Oh shit, succubus. No gameplay. We don't care. Blood Maul retaped official launch trailer. What the hell? A mall full of dinosaurs?
I'm sorry. Spear Hunter?
It grows large keratin quills in layered sheaths in the throat and ejects them via muscle contraction.
Sweet baby Jesus.
What did this to you? I don't know, man.
Streamer game?
Coming in. I found the egg.
You'll be able to lure it out of the mall.
Like, it's literally just not a big deal.
As if.
Shit, I'm out of here.
Yeah, chat.
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
Let's talk about real gaming. Bubsy.
You must have heard of me.
First 4D game.
Wall. Walls to the wall.
Damn, they got Sonic mechanics in this bitch. Bubsy coming for Sonic?
We did it!
The demo for this was very fun.
Download today.
I know Bubsy is a joke because he's known for the terrible games from the 90s, but honestly, this doesn't look bad. It looks like a decent platformer. I wouldn't pay full price for it, but like a Steam sale for $10 maybe. It doesn't look bad. I hope this game is good, but I don't trust it from Owlcat. I love that studio, but they're a turn-based RPG type studio. I feel that. That's why I said I keep an eye open on it. Welcome to the stream, by the way, but they got to show me more to get me excited. We keep Mass Effect at a high. It's not enough to be like Mass Effect. We keep it at a high echelon, so like you're gonna have to like surpass it or at least be on its level. And what they're showing has like some of the DNA, but it's like it's not even touching it. And the game's like 15 years old at this point, so like why should I be excited about a mid version of a game that I've already played? Hellforged official announcement trailer. Need that Buzzy for the Rumble? They got a Crumble Cookie video game? Clockwork Ambrosia. Investigation the Carter tapes. Jay-Z? What the fuck? Okay. Yep, that's from yesterday. All right, this is all we got. Oh. Don't care. Diablo 4 just got an expansion. I'm good. Rocket's getting swept. It's not looking good. That man Sangoon is a bum. Kara Rumble.
This is Rumble.
Rumble.
Take up the brick game. Oh yeah. This is Rumble. Prepare yourself to shoot some ball.
We gonna play that off stream. This looks a little Mega Man-ish. Mega Man X. You obtain the bouncing bullets. Build your gun. Interesting. So Mega Man, but you get to build your own kit? Bend the rules. Yeah, it's literally Mega Man, but you build your own guns. So it's like Mega Man meets almost like Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, with like a Metal Slug art style. Honestly, this doesn't look bad. I wouldn't pay full price, but like, you know, I respect it. That's a Steam sale game. I would play that. That looks pretty cool. I'll pay it for $10 on Steam. Mechanic saved it. Yeah, the mechanic saved it.